Welcome back to MOTOBLADE, guys. We are back at Americade. We had to wait all morning for the rain to stop, but now that it has, we are out doing demo rides once more, and we are on the Harley-Davidson Nightster, the latest model release from Harley-Davidson, featuring their liquid-cooled Revolution engine. So if you guys have been around my channel for a while, you know I have certain criteria by which I judge motorcycles. First of which is going to be comfort. Comfort's in two parts, seat and riding position. So let's talk about the seat. Out of the gate on a Sportster, you usually don't have a very comfortable seat. However, I will tell you that the seat on here feels pretty good. I mean, it's a Sportster. It's not like you're going to ride it for, 4,000 or 5,000 miles across the country and back. Maybe you would, but if you're going to do that, I would definitely put a custom seat on here. But its general intent is for commuting or around town as a bar hopper. That's kind of the original style or intent behind the Sportsters. For that, I think the seat is just fine, which I'm a little surprised. It's a stiffer seat than you would normally find on a Sportster, I think. And I think that is why it's comfortable. It's giving me a little more support. I don't feel like I'm sagging into the seat. Whereas some of the older Harley Sportster seats, they just felt like a piece of fabric stretched over a pan. As far as the riding position is concerned, we've got legs pretty much straight down at a 90-degree angle with MIG controls. And we have a forward lean to kind of a very tiny drag bar. The drag bar comes back maybe 2 or 3 inches, but it's basically a drag style, kind of reminiscent of what comes on an Iron 883. Let's take a moment and talk about power since we're out on the highway. We're dealing with the Revolution engine. I will put the exact specs on the screen. It has tons of power. Harley has really been pushing this new Revolution engine. They have the Revolution Max, then they have the Revolution Max T, I think. Different versions between the Pan America and the Sportster S, and now this is a different version still of the Revolution, which I think drops it down to like an 870 or a 900 something. Getting on those brakes pretty good. Braking feels great. So part of the appeal with the new Revolution engine is there's less frame. Everything is bolted directly to the engine. This allows them to drop weight and basically use the engine to hold everything together and be the focus and centerpiece of the bike. It looks like your standard Sportster. Belt drive, new Revolution engine, liquid cooled, so we got the radiator up front with a big fan to help cool that down. Single brake up front. But we do have ABS with Brembo brakes. The front end looks really nice with that Harley LED headlamp and LED turn signals. Good looking front wheel. I like the new machined spoke design on there. Looks pretty nice. $975, that was it. I thought it was $800 for some reason. This is the Revolution Max 975. So, good looking engine. Not your typical look for Harley. Coming from a V-twin air-cooled engine to a liquid-cooled, it looks kind of different. The big difference being this giant radiator sitting up front. 2-into-1 blacked out exhaust. Springs in the rear have not gone to like an air shock suspension or anything yet, which I would like to see at some point. Dual shocks in the rear versus monoshock on things like the Softail lineup. As far as rider info, hopefully you guys can see the screen here. It's a little bright out, but we've got sport mode, and down at the bottom you get RPM, fuel gauge at the top, and a gear indicator. If we change that, we can see our odometer, trip A, trip B, range, clock, and back to RPM. The bike does feature a couple modes. It has Sport, which we're currently in. It has Rain, and then it has Road, which would just be like normal riding. We're going to leave it in Sport because that's the most fun. You can turn traction control on and off. We are absolutely leaving that on because why not give yourself every benefit you can, especially since the roads are still a little bit wet. Alright, so we've talked about the power, and you saw a demonstration of that on the highway. Talked about the comfort. The riding position is good. Handlebars are in a nice position. Seats comfy. Let's talk about handling now that we're in the twisties. Got to be a little bit careful here because we got some crap on the road and the roads are still wet out in here. They did warn us about that before we took them out. In third gear, pulling through 50 like nothing. Having a 6th gear on a Sportster is really cool. Because it's so wet, I'm not riding it as hard or leaning it as far as I normally would, so I do apologize for that, but I'll try to get over in the turn here. So I gotta admit to you guys, I'll be honest, I was really biased coming into this. I didn't like it because of the looks, and I thought it kind of dishonored what the original Harley Nightster was. That was kind of a classic and a favorite among Harley fanboys. I always liked the look of the Nightster, and in some ways I even modeled my own Sportster after the Nightster with my custom work, trying to go for some higher handlebars and a lifted tank look. I really like that, and so when I came to this bike I didn't expect to like it. However, listen to the sound the engine makes. It's not a Harley air-cooled engine, but it is not a wuss. Okay, I thought it would sound really wimpy being liquid-cooled. Whatever they did to give you a decent sound with those pipes and this liquid-cooled engine, they did a decent job. It's got a growl to it, which I like. I don't like quiet motorcycles. I do not like them. Unless it's electric, that's a whole nother game. But this is a really cool bike. It's far more comfortable than I thought it would be as well. As far as the handling is concerned, this bike chews up corners way better than I thought it would. Overall, I'm impressed. The handling's good, the comfort's good, the engine and power are fantastic. This Revolution Max engine, you know, Harley's on their 3rd bike with it now. They're working out kinks. Things are seeming to work pretty good here. Got fairly high mid pegs, so you're not going to have to worry about scraping as you go through the corners real low. Overall, I'm impressed. It's not what I thought it would be. I'm not a fan of the looks, but that's just my personal opinion. Everyone's going to have their own opinion on looks. But as far as comfort, handling, performance, it's a Harley Sportster with some serious balls on it. I like it a lot. I'm not in the market for another Sportster right now, but if I was, this might be at the top of my list. I'm very, very impressed with it. In fact, I think I like it even more, just the position of the handlebars and the seat and everything. I like it a little bit more than the Sportster S. Just my 2 cents there. I like the Sportster S a lot, but I don't know, I think I like this a little more. It's pretty nice. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I've shown you guys the bike, I've shown you everything on it and what it can do. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Is this a worthy contender? Should it be called a Sportster? Is Harley making the right move with these liquid-cooled engines, or should we just scrap this whole liquid movement and stick to air-cooled Sportsters? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Ooh, the engine braking is quite smooth. That's very nice. They tuned that very well. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. That helps us get this video out to more people and crack the YouTube algorithm. I wasn't pulling too hard there, but I'd say that's like 0 to 60 in, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds. That's pretty good. If you're new here and you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. It's the big red button. Click the bell icon next to it. That will give you guys notifications when there are new videos to watch right here on MOTOBLADE. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've had a lot of content that I've been creating for you guys here over the past few days at Americade in Lake George, New York. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Lots of test drive videos coming your way, some probably already up on the channel, so be sure to check those out. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, be careful out there, ride safe, ride on. I'll catch you on the next video. Deuces.